Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. This is my latest video for campus ambassadors out here in Oneonta. This is just a newsletter that I do every once in a while to let people know about things that are happening here with the Ministry of Campus Ambassadors and everything that God is doing. I think that's the main thing that I'm looking to share today is just everything that God has been doing. We've worked really hard over this summer and in these first 2 weeks of the semester and just making sure that we start things off in a big and awesome way. And God has showed up. God has ordained these connections. God has made the work possible. And He is getting all the praise and glory for it. I just want to just brag on Him for a little bit for everything that has happened in these last couple weeks. 2 weeks ago on Wednesday was our first CA meeting up on campus, and we had about 30 people there with 11 new faces. We worked really hard on getting those new faces there also, since we were tabling the 2 days previous as students were just getting adjusted to being up on campus and getting adjusted to classes and whatnot. And also on that Wednesday we went out with blitz cards talking to students about campus ambassadors and our meeting. So that was great. 30 people there, roughly, and 11 new people. But we know that there was so much more that we could do, and there's so much more that we were needing to do. So we had some other things that we had planned. The following week, which is a Wednesday, the campus has their Club Expo, which all the clubs on campus, they have a table out, and students can come by and check things out. And we made so many connections from that time. At our table, one of the main things was that at our table we had a candy jar, which was like, guess how many M&Ms are in the candy jar, and take that, we'll put down your information and we'll contact you and stuff. And we made about maybe through that about 15 to 20 new connections from people who are excited about that. And we gave away a free Starbucks gift card. But not only that, we had teams of people going out throughout the Club Expo, talking to different people about different events we have going on. Things like our open mic nights, things like the flag football tournament, things like party cleanups, after party cleanups for fraternities and sororities. And we had so many people, we were just so widespread. And we got to meet so many more people that way rather than just sticking around at our table. We were networking in a sense. It was great. It was awesome. And after that, we actually, instead of having a regular CA meeting, we invited people out. We also had cards for this. We invited them out for an after party where we had board games and we had dance music and we had food and we had video games. We had Mario Kart and Mario Smash Brothers up on a big screen television, and that was a big hit. But what was even cooler was the fact that we just got to meet more people through that. People who didn't come to the first meeting, but they came to that. We got connected with those people. And then this last Saturday, we had a flag football tournament up on campus that we hosted, that we put together, and it was awesome. We had over 60 people there. There were 7 teams that participated. And the thing that I thought was just the most incredible thing out of all of the teams and the people who showed up, there was only like a handful of our people who played amongst those 7 teams. I could probably list off like 5 or 6 people that I know who was playing. So that was like 50 some odd people that we weren't connected with before. And I'm just gobsmacked over what God has done. We are reaching people that we were not able to reach before. We are doing things that we weren't able to do before in previous years. And it's all on God. God has given us an incredible amount of favor and an incredible amount of courage. And I think our students are seeing it too. I think our students are seeing about just what they're capable of when they're working in mission with God. And that, I think, is the most exciting thing for me. Somebody asked me as I was putting things together last week about for the Club Expo. She just stopped me and said, "Peter, what is your favorite thing about CA?" And I was just like running around like crazy doing like all these things, going in a million different directions at once. And I just stopped and I said, Let me get back to you. And a few minutes later, after I kind of processed my thoughts and everything, I came back to her and I said, my favorite thing about CA is when, as a group of people, we can get together and we can live out mission. That we can have our different tasks, we have our different jobs, our different attentions are going to be on different things, but it's all a part of a bigger picture. I love that. I love that. I love that we are serving the same God within our different giftings, with our different talents, with our different loves and attentions and desires. And God works in that, and He wires us that way. And it's all in order to get people to know who God is, or at least get them on their radar, get them on their attention, let them know, hey, Campus Ambassadors is a club that exists up on campus. And they do fun things like flag football tournaments and murder mystery nights and open mic nights. And those are good. Those are great things to have. But what's more important than just having a fun event is that we are getting connected with students, especially students who we did not have connections with before. This week's slowing down a little bit, but we still have a lot of stuff on the horizon. We have an open mic night coming up next week. We have a thing called Secret Church coming up in a couple weeks that Chris Steamer, my boss, is running up on campus, hopefully. We have a murder mystery night coming up. We have Levi the poet, who is a famous slam poet, who's a Christian. He's going to be coming here. He's actually, for the first meeting that we're going to be down here at Bluefields, he is going to perform, and we're going to start doing our dinners down here, and that's going to be October 1st. And so we're really excited about that. We're hoping that within our first meeting there, we're going to be able to launch Bluefields in a big way. I just think with everything that's been happening, we've been hitting all the notes. We've been playing in the rhythm that God has set before us. And I think that's the most exciting thing also for me. It's just that God is using us, and we are making connections, and there's just this rhythm with Him, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see that just God is doing wonderful and amazing and great things, and we have some awesome students. Our students who are the upperclassmen who are helping out, but we're also starting to see which of the underclassmen, the ones who are freshmen and the ones who are maybe transfers, who really are going to be they're kind of our missionary workers. They're the ones who are going to go out and they're going to be reaching students. And it's all about, at this point, we need to equip these guys that they can be empowered and thoughtful and courageous and compassionate to be able to reach other students on their campuses. Whether it's at downtown on the weekends, whether it's in their classrooms, whether it's up on campus, they're just hanging out at the dorms or at the quads or whatever. We realize that we're just needing to pour into our students. One more thing that I want to say is that we're really excited for this Wednesday because we're going to be launching our small groups, which are going to be a major part of the students' lives this year. That we're breaking them up into small groups that they're going to stay with every week. And not only are they going to be able to get together during a Wednesday night and process and go through questions and think about that night's message, but they're also going to be able to meet at different times outside of Wednesday night, kind of a family night or just a hangout night. And they can do multiple things that are just kind of on the small group leaders to kind of figure out what they want to do. It can be a bonfire, it can be bowling, it can be a movie, it can be let's go catch a game or something. And I know that it's in those kind of moments that the bonds and friendships really get made, and that the connection of the church with its members really gets made, and it's strong and solidified. I know that's when I was in a small group, that's when I received the most growth in my life. So there's really exciting things happening this semester, and I can't wait to tell you more. I can't wait to tell you more about what's happening, what's going on. With that, guys, I'm just going to say God bless you. I love you. Thank you, my supporters. If you're interested in supporting, you have any questions about Campus Ambassadors or my work here in Oneonta, feel free to contact me. I'll put my email on the screen. Again, I love you. God bless you guys. Have a great day.